Okay, listen. The last 5 minutes didn't happen. And clap sync. All right, cool. Hey, welcome to the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast.
How long has it been since you've streamed?
I'm gonna admit, I actually haven't streamed in like half a year. Like, I think half a year or something. I did like a reprisal stream once, and then I was like, and then I did a lot of like pointless grinding in other games, and I didn't want to stream it.
So the question is, do we want to keep that in?
No, we're
Or
probably gonna
cut
have
it
to
out?
like cut all of that
It's
out.
perfect. No, it's okay. I'll cut it out after post and everything. I'll just put it to the back and have that little like after bullshit chat that we were talking about the one time. It'll be great.
Welcome to the pre-show. That's completely over. Now, welcome to the actual Caffeinated Weebs Podcast.
Yes.
I am
Episode 39.
Episode 39, Tokyo Zombie. Fuck. Can we pretend like all of that didn't happen? That'd be great.
Oh, hey, we're having a good time though, yeah.
Welcome back to the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. I'm your host, who's totally not scuffed psychometry.
I'm Shawnee095 and I'm trying to hold it all together.
I am Sasha Streams.
And this is episode 39 of the podcast. Soon to be 40. Are we excited, boys?
Yeah, we hit another...
Close to something like almost 40 weeks.
We hit a big milestone this past week. Just want to say thank y'all for listening. We hit 20 listens on Danmachi Part 1. That's the first episode to break the 20 listen barrier. And we are almost at 450 total plays. Thank y'all again so much.
Hard to imagine we're hitting these milestones when this is how we perform.
Hey, you know what? They love it.
This is what they're here for. They're not here for any of the actual discussion that we have going on. They're here for the scuffedness.
Yeah.
This is the real content. Let's keep it going, boys. Anyway, so back to the intro that I had planned. See, originally we were going to do episode 39 on King's Game. However, two of our boys, as you may have noticed, have had terrible fates befallen them this week. So, first off, hope you guys get better soon so we can get back on track. But for now, we're going to shelve it for hopefully next week. And instead, this week, we will be talking about a topic that I feel we haven't really touched on, that has touched many other weebs' hearts over the past few months. And that topic today is the VTuber explosion. Now, I know Sasha and I are rather familiar with VTubers, but Sean, are you familiar with VTubing, and are you familiar with any particular VTubers?
I know of a couple, but I mean, I don't really go out of my way to watch them.
Right.
Or anything like that. Like, do you want me to say who I know of? Or...
No, it's fine. I just wanted to see on what level we're on with you in terms of VTubers. Gotcha. But for the listeners at home who, you know, if you've been under a rock and you haven't heard of what a VTuber is, a VTuber is a streamer who uses a virtual avatar to capture their facial expressions and instead have that avatar be the streaming persona. This in a way makes it so they can, you know, kind of remain anonymous. Maybe they want to play a character. Maybe they feel this would be the best way for them to stream. And so this has become very popular simply because a lot of these VTuber avatars are anime girls or anime boys, you know, the whole anime aesthetic. And so it has hit a large amount of popularity amongst viewers. So much so, in fact, that a lot of people's YouTube recommendations one day out of nowhere just blew up full of these VTuber girls. Popular name that you'll see thrown all around is Hololive. Because of their particular talents, they've had a large reach, so much so that they've even had an English branch that they brought over to the West called Hololive English, and have their own English-focused talents doing their own thing over here. So now that we've got that out of the way,
talent they're starting out as well.
Yeah, they recently launched their Indonesian talents specifically, so I thought that was pretty impressive. They already have a lineup for that. And as Sasha said, it sounds like they're branching over to Europe, so maybe we might get, some French, some
As far as I
German.
remember, the chicken is also resides in Germany.
No, she moved to Australia.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
But she
will
is
say,
German.
Army says that it scares him, the whole thing of the VTubers and all that, but I don't know. I see it as a way to basically like keep your real life separate from, everything you do over on Twitch or YouTube, whatever it may be. I
It
don't know.
allows you some anonymity.
Yeah.
Not
it
a
allows
whole
you to
lot,
keep it all-
considering that a lot of people have figured out certain things, though, apparently, so who's to say? I think,
Well, right, but I mean, they haven't figured out like identities and stuff, and that's probably most of what people want to avoid, and also contractually obligated to do such.
yeah, try to keep
Yeah.
that as secret as possible. Because, they are, at least with Hololive, the idea is that they're supposed to be an idol agency, and so they'll follow a lot of idol practices, which is, they need to keep the personal lives of their talents pretty much as secret as possible, so that it reduces the amount of stalking, the amount of interruption to their daily lives and business lives as possible. So that is understandable for why they'd want this much anonymity. Even if it doesn't work out, they still got to try and play it off if they get found out. Like, that can't be me or whatever.
Right.
But in terms of things that scare, I think there's only one thing that kind of worries me, is this whole corporatization happening with streaming now. Because Hololive is a terrifying indicator of the fact that now we have entire companies and talent agencies moving in on streaming, because it's a lot like the YouTube effect, where it was very much individualized until big companies stepped up, and then they kind of just ruined the platform because of the fact that they were dominating it at that point. So my only fears is how much effect this level of corporatization might have on Twitch streaming, YouTube streaming. But, we can get into that later when we talk about the future of what all of this entails. But for now,
even they're not immune to it. Some of them can just be gone in an instant.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Because the corporation says, no more.
Right. That's kind of like my only fear with this kind of VTuber takeover. But, we'll see. A lot of them are still, individual agents that have their own freedom to do whatever they want. So it's not like they have a tight grip on it yet. So hopefully that remains to be the case. But let's move on.
Quick question.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is actually not going to be part of it. This is literally just about the stream real quick. If you don't mind, could you, on Discord, do the pop-out thing and then full screen it just so it makes it
like that?
clean for the
Oh,
YouTube?
yeah, like that?
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Alright.
cool. Okay,
Alright.
so
So, please continue.
as I've asked earlier, I don't think Sean particularly has a favorite, so I think it comes down to myself and Sasha. Sasha, I must ask, because I am curious. Do you have any two particular VTubers that you would say are your favorite? You can pick two of the Japanese, one English, one Japanese, whatever is your favorite.
Right.
Making it two because I know there are so many choices out there right now.
Yeah. Callie's probably a deadbeat through. That's probably my first one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Sasha is officially a deadbeat.
Callie is probably one of my favorite, just because she's simultaneously awkward and one of the funnier talents, at least in my opinion. And the fucking her obsession with the thigh highs.
Oh, for her character, for her model.
Yeah, have you seen?
I've seen the full model before.
There's a bunch of running jokes about how she loves when like the thigh comes out just slightly over the thigh or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And the second would be Amelia Watson, just because of how fucking toxic she is. Just getting shit talked by, just this little Hololive girl is fucking hilarious. Just
Oh my
the
god, are you an M then?
absolutely angry, toxic little demon.
Does that make you an M? Oh, we're learning a
her
lot of things
CS
about Sasha today, aren't we?
Her CS clips are some of my favorite.
Oh, I wonder if you're an M then, because you like Callie and you like Amelia, and both of them kind of direct their energy at their audience in like a kind of demeaning way a little bit.
Fuck you.
I'm just pointing out the facts. I'm just seeing where they lead.
Listen
That's all.
Listen to your little shit.
I feel like we're not making a good impression for Sean here.
It makes perfect sense now.
Wait, what? No.
Sasha likes
If you must know, viewers, our secret mission here for this stream is to see if we can't convert Sean to watch some VTubers. And I don't think we're off to a good start, considering we started with talking about how two of them treat their audiences.
Okay, but to be fair, Amelia's just toxic by nature to everyone. Like, everybody.
Yeah, and, you know, Sasha is very much into that. I don't know if Sean's into that.
I'm not.
God damn you! Don't you try to paint me in the fucking degenerate light.
No, see, Sean, this is why my next two picks are probably, you know, kind of perfect for us chill guys, right? It's because my two favorites are, what was, I always forget Ina's full name. It was Niamai Inanis, right?
You're trying to get me to Japanese, and I'm sorry. But...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Niamai Ina is, and she has like a little apostrophe in like her name, so that's why it's short form for Ina.
Right.
And my second one has to be Subaru. I think it was Subaru Ugami. And I'll give my reasons why. So for
Subaru des.
It's funny you mention it because of her name, right? You would assume it was like a guy's name. And the creators kind of really knew about this because her character is that she's kind of a tomboy. She's like a really cute tomboy. So it's like, and that's not why I love her though. But it's like, so for Ina, which I feel would be the perfect recommendation for you if you're into like the chiller side, is because she mostly does like art streams. She does like playing Minecraft. She's super laid back. She's super chill. You know, she's all about puns. I like puns, so I really love her content. It's just really relaxing being in her stream because she talks in a way that relaxes you. And what she does is like kind of very low energy. So, yeah, that's definitely my recommendation to Sean if he has to kind of like dip his toes. We can always talk about if you want to be on the shitpost to your side. We have other recommendations, but that would be my personal one. What?
Yeah. Yeah, kind
So
of.
like the ones that saw
They're basically just shit posts most of the time.
Yeah.
Them and
Good to
Gura.
And my other one is Ugami Subaru, because first off is she's a duck.
Oh my fucking god.
It's fucking I feel the best part about her character is how well a lot of her expressions get subtitled to duck noises. Like the literal subtitle will just be duck laughing or like duck screaming or something, and it's absolutely hilarious on the translator parts. But I don't know. I find her aesthetic to be, you know, really cute. You know, the tomboy look is really, really well done for her. And I find a lot of her content and her collaborations to be really well done. She is able to output a lot of energy on her own streams, and anytime she collabs with anyone, it's like really good.
Which is the one that's like a shark?
Oh, that's Gargura.
That one's a really shit post.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's basically.
Gargura is very interesting. She's not my favorite, but I can see why she's a lot of people's favorite. I mean, she was the fastest growing Hololive member when she debuted. When she debuted, like, in the first week, she already hit, what was it, like 100,000, 200,000, right? She had 1 million by, like, the end of the month. And just recently, she announced she hit 2.5 million subscribers.
Yeah, they are going to
She is well known in the community for having the fastest explosive growth since their debut.
And I mean, it makes sense because she says the most like ridiculous shit that when you clip it out of context, it's even better. So it just kind of
gold.
Yeah.
You ever?
And it's also kind of a low bar for entry because it's full English. So
yeah, you ever wanted to hear a shark talk about the fact that they were eating pizza in a bathtub once? Gargura's got you.
No,
it's very, I agree with Sasha. It's very easy to see why Gargura exploded so well. There was already, because at this point in time, before Hololive EN debuted, it's already been a year since Hololive's been around, and there's already been a market for it, with every one of their talents having already debuted, being super popular over here in the West. You had translations just like that all the time. So it was like when EN debuted, it was just a matter of time till everyone over here in the West who was looking to latch onto someone would find the perfect one that they all wanted to latch onto, and that was Gargura. So definitely on the shitpostier, funnier side, if you wanted that, I'd definitely recommend watching Gargura.
Yes, she purposely says some very silly shit, or says some very sus shit.
It's also questioned whether she downplays her intelligence for the character, or if she's actually just dumb.
Because she has said some of the ditziest shit I think I've ever.
I think my favorite was her German lesson with Chiara.
1 to 5, yeah.
And then she was like, so Chiara is the German girl we were talking about who moved to Australia. She was doing a lesson with Gargura.
Chimkin.
Her character is a phoenix. The joke is everyone calls her a chicken. There you go. There's the context. She was doing a lesson, and she was talking about the grading system they had in Germany. And she said, "Oh, we have grades 1, 2, 6." And then Garguru's reply was, "Wait, what happened to 3, 4, and 5?"
He was dead ass, like, fucking confused. I don't think you can play that up that hard.
Chiara just looks at Guard. She's like, Guru, and she's just like, "Are you serious?
I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt." And then she explains, she's like, "We have grades 1, 2, 3." She goes through.
It is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen, and I absolutely love it. Hell,
like,
even
many thoughts head empty.
Yeah, it's like hell. Even though like my favorites have been listed as everything else, it's like Gargura was still one of the most exposure I've had to the Hololive scene because of how many clips are just made of her like all the time.
Yeah, she's very memeable.
So it's just like, that's definitely very easy to get into, very easy to watch clips of.
And the fact that she's branching out to so many of the other divisions as well.
Yep. She does a lot of overseas collabs.
It has inspired me to want to get back into fucking learning language because it makes me feel lazy.
What was it that Giguk said? In the words of Giguk, if I'm gonna have a language learning resource, at least I can have a language learning resource I can jack off to.
What the hell?
Not to Gura specifically, just like all the other girls, because oh my god, the amount of horny that gets around.
Oh my, even them in and of themselves, Kiara's the worst about it, but
Yeah, her love for Callie is
thirsty.
it's interesting. I once read this one comment that was really funny. Where it was just like, man, Kiara must love dying because she gets to see Callie all the time. Callie also, because we didn't mention this, she is apparently the Grim Reaper's apprentice.
Yeah, Calliope More.
She is the Reaper's apprentice.
So Army said that his favorite is Code Miku, and that's like the only VTuber he's seen. That's basically the same, but it's just the level of like shit that Miku puts into her shit is off the charts. Like,
Oh yeah,
she recently did a new technical thing, like where she's running like 4 different sensors, one on each of her like both biceps and both thighs. She's wearing like this whole like headgear thing that so it captures her face perfectly with her expressions.
Like a full-on fucking yeah.
Dude, she's
like a full-on
fully-
mocap suit. Like, have you ever seen the mocap suit
That's
with like
what I
the
was-
tennis balls and
Yeah,
shit? It's basically
and then
that.
she's got the index controllers for thingy tracks.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out, Army, because up to this point we've pretty much only been talking about Hololive, but Hololive did this very interesting thing, where because of people seeing how lucrative it was, and Hololive brought out these figures about what the top earning super chats were, and like 7 of them were VTubers. The very top was Coco, I believe, right? I'm asking Sasha because I feel like that might be something you might know. But
that sounds probably right.
But the point is, they're earning like easily a couple $100,000 USD a month, and so people realize. So people realize, oh shit, this is super lucrative. This is the next thing. Hololive's popularity is, I guess, is the catalyst for all this big VTuber boom we've been seeing recently. And like Code Miko and like many others, a lot of these big independent VTubers have come out now, where they're not contracted to a single agency. They're of their own. They're doing their own thing. Maybe even starting their own agencies. Who's to say? I may or may not know a few things, but I know that definitely Code Miko is definitely an interesting player for the fact that she's been kind of doing her own thing. She has a full 3D model, which is something many, many people do not have access to simply because of the technical requirement for entry, the technical knowledge needed to both produce and maintain this model, and the equipment necessary to set up a stream. So Code Miko is definitely a very interesting point of, I'd say very much an outlier.
I kind of almost want to say, like, as weird as it is, I don't know if you guys remember hearing about the, God, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but she was doing those, the stupid strip chat things, where she was using a 3D model or something. I almost want to say this may have like been partially inspiration for that.
Code Miko was the inspiration for...
Not Code Miko. I don't remember the name of it.
I know that there's some of the VTubers who also do like OnlyFans and then Chatterbait.
It was like that, yeah, Chatterbait, I think, because it was way back. A bunch of people like on the site were getting pissed off because, you know, this person was using a 3D model, so they can change.
Yeah.
You're talking about Project Melody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Project Melody. That's what it was.
We
Yeah.
I feel like we'd eventually hit this topic. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's unavoidable.
But
Yeah,
well, because
there's a
I
lot
really
of
think that is
people
the
who get
first.
upset about it.
Yeah, I think that really was the first big exposure to such a thing.
Especially on Twitch, yeah, that's where a lot of people were getting real heated because, well, this person's using a model to basically.
I think people tend...
We work hard with our titties.
Yeah, I think people
Yes.
tend to gloss over the Project Melody incident as like the first big one, basically because she first started on Chatterbait, right? So it was like, that's a very touchy topic when it comes to our family-friendly platforms, Twitch and YouTube said. So definitely a lot of people like to gloss over that incident. But you are correct. Project Melody would in fact be the very first time that we would see exposure to this 3D VTuber streaming model on such a grand scale. It was an incident that definitely
Yeah, and people saw that and fucking just giant dollar signs entered their vision.
Damn, you almost want to you want to say maybe Yago might have taken some inspiration there?
Yeah, it could have been.
Yago, by the way, because we're going to keep throwing these terms around, Yago is the head of Hololive. So, anytime we throw his name around, you know who we're talking about. But yeah, it's possible. Yeah. The Project Melody incident was completely insane because just like the whole Hololive explosion, it produced a lot of money, and nobody really knew why. Like,
I mean, I can kind of it is a bit of a phenomenon, but at least in that situation, you can change literally anything you want or need to in that moment.
I'm just saying it was like 3D. Should we get into this topic? Should I expand what I know?
Go for it.
What I know is that 3D adult videos are usually not very popular. So it was weird to see Project Melody be such a phenomenon. Because, hentai on itself was like a complete niche, right? It's beloved by weebs, but it's like still very much, we as a collective are not that large of the world population. Definitely traditional filmed, real, live action adult videos is still very much the norm, the accepted norm. So it was like seeing Project Melody explode onto the adult scene was so weird because it went against everything that was traditional. It went against what you'd expect would blow up, but it might be contrary to the fact that it was so weird and out of place that it did blow up, because it was like, this is the first time we're seeing it, and I guess the people who were exposed to it were like, oh wait, maybe I'm into this.
Man,
right?
This is a really weird idea.
It's
fuck
like,
it, I guess.
It's because it's like, if they haven't been exposed to it because of how niche it is, then maybe for the fact that it just suddenly appeared on their feed, it was like, oh wait, maybe I'm into this.
Yeah.
It was like an awakening, like a sudden realization for them.
I'm a fucking weeb.
So I don't need this story. I just need to watch, someone basically do the same thing but in an anime character body. There we go.
I don't need a cam model. I need a cam model who's also an anime girl. Who would have thought?
I was watching a couple different YouTubers that covered it during the time, and I just vaguely remember one of them going into detail about apparently the entire model was customizable and could be changed scenes as well in an instant nearly.
Well, I mean, a lot of times they're doing it in VR chat.
Well, yeah, now, but back then it was that may have contributed to it because it's changed to literally anything.
Oh, a personal observation that I have made is that there have been, because Pornhub has this verified thing for their creators, right? People who consistently make content for the platform or whatever, and that there was a rise of people who did adult related material on VR chat and then uploaded that to Pornhub, and that was kind of popular.
Well, because there's worlds where you can go into a room and lock the door, so then because no one in VR chat's gonna go in and see you, your account won't get banned.
Right, those private servers.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're in a safe place where you do whatever you want with your avatar. You won't be in trouble.
And I've seen those models and shit. Yeah, that's fucking.
Dude, this is why VR chat gets such a bad rep.
Now with 3.0, you can literally just have it set to where you can just start stripping and everything. So
Wait, what?
Yep. I mean, dude, I have that one character that I made where I can change out my outfits.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and remember I had to actually color the skin so it wasn't nude.
Yeah. God, that's so
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah,
Hey,
they
the-
really do.
The
give VR
devs
chat kind
really know who they're targeting, right?
Yeah.
They're aware. They know.
They know.
They might
I
be
wish I
active prosumers for all you know.
Although I do want to say I want to play more
Pull me
fucking.
something.
I want to play more fucking Udon.
Oh,
on
dude,
a-
Udon worlds are great.
Yeah, dude, I want to play more of that.
Side tangent.
Yeah, the dungeon one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's just that one world. Did we not go through it all?
I think we did, but I mean, you go through it in a group.
Yeah, me and you, we beat it by ourselves, just the two of us. That's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, side tangent.
Damn, this is why VR chat might be getting such a bad rep anytime it's brought up. It's because y'all making porn back there. Sorry, I had to. I
I have
to.
one avatar that changes its clothes. All right. Unfortunately, it's
Wait,
not set where I
when
can just
you
do
did have
whatever.
that one small little weird fox thing, I'm fairly sure it had a dick.
What?
Yeah, that little, that weird one that we found in that public server, the one that had like all the fucking mirrors everywhere, and those idiots were playing like world-shaking music.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't have any of those avatars.
Well, yeah, no, I know you don't have it anymore, but I remember. I remember seeing it.
Okay. Good
See,
to
what
know.
I'm hearing, Sean, is never have I ever been more offended by something I 100% agree with.
Jesus.
Where were
Yes,
we?
the hap suits and all that stuff.
Those
Yes,
things are really fucking cool.
but yes, the hap suits and all that stuff will actually really, be integrated with said rooms for VR chat, strip rooms, and all that. Yep.
Eventually, I'm sure.
Will you be partaking, Sean?
Nope. I don't have the money for that.
So
Yeah,
he
I was
says,
about to say, that
viewers,
also costs like multiple $1,000s.
viewers, we will never know what Sean gets up to behind closed doors. Take his word at face value.
It'll never be streamed.
There you go. It'll never be streamed, but he'll still partake.
I was about to say, yeah, its stream wasn't the
Whoa.
operator here.
And unfortunately, I'm live most nights, so well. There we go.
Most nights. He might have it. He might have a day off or two to explore. You never know.
Damn it. Anyways,
Why y'all doing this?
where
to me?
were we?
I mean, maybe you'll run into
right?
Project
They
Melody. Who
converted me
knows?
to VTubing, not this.
Dude, I think it's so good that Hololive has policies to say so and stuff. Say so, which is in Japanese to be like pure and like clean-minded, even though they don't
Yeah.
really follow it all that well, because this gives
yeah, I was about to
rise.
say Amelia does not.
She is not say so. But I was saying that I'm so glad that we have companies like Hololive, because then the independents have like branded together to create their own agency where they can say whatever they want.
Which, yeah,
I am in
really
fact
like-
talking about V Shoujo
Oh,
because I have been recently watching a lot of content surrounding this other agency, which was I believe it was created in collaboration with like people who had like seen Melody's content, and then they picked up a bunch of other talents or up and coming talents and said, "Hey, let's form an agency." I think that's what happened. I didn't read too much about the history.
right.
But yes, if you must know, Melody was so popular that she became part of an agency, got several other talents, and now they're they're kind of like an internet superpower called VShojo, because when you think of independent VTubers, they're kind of the first names that come to mind. Even though they're not literally independent, because they're kind of free to do whatever they want. They don't have any filters placed on them by VShojo, so...
Which is good because, well, it's.
Which is what to say. It was
never
like,
mind.
if Hololive's kind of attempts at filtering might not be your thing, then maybe VShojo might be. Because, goddamn, if Hololive is like one end of the spectrum where they like try to be cutesy and funny, the other live is side is
Everyone can view. 18 and up.
Yeah, exactly. This is the side that is all the crass, all of the horny. And maybe it might be something up Sean's alley, you know? Keeping up with our theme of trying to recommend him shit. If you want to be on this side, V Shoujo's got your back. One of my particular favorite talents is Iron Mouse, mostly because she's been partnering with Connor or Sea-Dog VA from Trash Taste, and watching those two interact is like the funniest shit ever. They're like the greatest sister-brother dynamic, right? Where the other one's trying to screw over the other one and they're all making fun of each other the whole time. It's such a good watch. Anyway, she's so great because she is like... Damn, she's like if Speedy Gonzalez was a VTuber who swore at like every given opportunity. I think that's the best way to go about it. She is like super spastic. She like does this thing where, you know how most avatars usually just sit in the corner usually for their streams? Like she'll purposely have her avatar like zooming across the screen at all times to like emphasize whether she's like excited, whether she's mad or happy or something. And it's
Just yeet her fucking.
yeah, she'll go like she'll do this thing where it like both increases and decreases in size, and she'll like wave it across the screen. If she can like imitate a dance that way too, it's my god. That is like some of the most high energy shit you will ever see in terms of VTubers. So it's like that's definitely my pick. On the other sides, you got, you know, Project Melody as mentioned. She does usually pretty entertaining streams. She does this kind of mix where she does like edutainment. She has... You okay, Sean?
Yeah, but she does some pretty entertaining streams.
Yeah, I think she has this shtick where she's trying to like be trying to introduce people to a lot of cultural exposure, especially in terms of hentai. So
a lot of exposure, yeah.
So watching her streams have that kind of entertainment value. I'm not aware of what Silverveil does, but I heard she's pretty good. Neanners is
Neanners I know, and that's how it should stay.
No, you should get into Neanners. She goes full on monkey.
Oh my god, no.
This is perfect for Sean, actually.
No.
She did a Rust stream. I think that was my favorite highlights video series she did. She did a Rust stream, and the entire time she was trying to imitate a caveman.
Although I will say,
damn, this
Snuffy
shit's
is
right up
also
my alley.
fucking hilarious.
Oh, what was that?
Snuffy is also fucking hilarious.
Is that the... No,
It's the raccoon.
Vibe was a new one, so... Yo, wait. No, I'm not aware.
Well, I think that just answered Army's question.
What's up with that?
I'm curious, does this bring a rise to furries potentially to do VTube for personas?
Damn. No. See, how do I explain this? I don't think it appeals to the furry genre too much. I've heard that there have been a lot of furries, but they're definitely not sinking into the anime aesthetic. Because, you know, a lot of these animal like inspired VTubers that we heard of, like Subaru, Karone, and Okayu, who are like the dog and cat and stuff like that, usually their designs are inspired and have some trace elements, like the ears, the tail.
Shark Girl.
But they definitely, Shark Girl, but they definitely still retain, and what's that word? They're personifications, so they still retain a lot of human elements. But on the flip side, yes, I think I've heard about the fact that a lot of furries have been getting into it because, you know, if they can get the commission, then yeah, they can bring their fursona as an avatar, and then boom, they can also get into the VTubing streaming style.
They're paying double the cost to make their suit into a digital suit.
Hey, whatever works for them, right? And it's not even just the furries and the normies or whatnot. Like, everyone's been trying to kind of put a twist on it ever since the explosion. You know, you've got robots, you've got like straight up just animals. You have household appliances, like anything that can get a gimmick or shtick going. We've been seeing it happen more and more. So
if that be the case, I want to say one of the originals was Mittens, because his whole thing was just. I mean, he's not a part of Hololive or anything like that.
Oh, of course not.
But his whole thing was just like he had a 2D picture of a cat, and then it had like the whole box mouth cut out, so whenever you talk, it would go with it.
I mean, in the very literal sense, anyone who uses a virtual avatar, anyone who uses a virtual avatar in the very literal sense is a VTuber. So yeah. It's why it's hard for people who want to talk about who was the very first VTuber, because it's like, well, shit, everybody kind of did this shtick, like, way back in the 2000s. There were some notable figures that did this shtick. You want to say Annoying Orange might be the first VTuber? Very possible.
No.
I hate you.
Get out.
I hate you.
I ripped that. I stole that joke from Giguk, by the way. Of course.
I hate him.
You hate him? Aw, man, he's funny. God.
Debatable.
What do you mean debatable?
What you just said, that was not comedy.
Nah, he had a whole list. I just could only remember Annoying Orange.
Okay.
Oh, right, he said no, wait, it was the Gorillas.
God damn it.
Although I don't know if it counts, because, they weren't YouTubers or live streamers, which is usually what the term is coined to, so I don't think that analogy was correct. But they were virtual avatars, yes.
And they were originally members of other bands who got together to make this digital band in a way. So I mean, it could technically count, I guess, if you want to be like that.
I think VTubing has been very interesting to watch. It's given people who've been stuck at home because of the global situation right now something to do. It's given people a lot of joy in their lives for those who don't partake in it but watch other people do it. What was that head shake I saw earlier? What was that about?
Reading chat, giving answers, basically.
Oh, okay. I thought you were responding to me. It's like, it's been given a lot of joy, and Sean's like,
no joy.
No.
It's been awful.
I'll do the Corona head shake. No. Oh my god, it's the cutest shit I've ever seen.
No happiness.
All happiness.
Damn, do you hear about all those controversies that happened, though?
Well, you're gonna have to be a little more specific, Chief.
Damn, so there were a lot of controversies that I might not be aware of. We won't get into the geopolitical one because fuck them.
Nice.
No, it involves China, so anytime anything involves China, that's not a good talk.
Back out.
I'm sorry, we weren't talking about anything.
Topic.
One of the interesting things I heard was that people have been labeling people who enjoy, particularly, like Gura, Korone, Okayu, any of the ones resembling like younger females, like pedophiles. Have you heard about that one?
No.
Oh god.
Yes, Sean. Guess what? Even VTubing, the old "Are you into lollies" debate still thrives on. It's.
I don't want to be here anymore. I don't like this place.
But you made this place.
I want a reset button. I want to restart the world. Just can we not?
Back before I was here, times were better then.
Go back. I want to be monkey.
Yes, exactly. Thank you, Sasha.
Oh, he just wants to be a monkey all over again. Let's make Sean a monkey VTuber avatar. That'll be perfect.
Those simpler times.
Monkey.
Would you be a monkey if you were a VTuber?
That's not a no.
It's not a no.
Oh damn,
Psycho,
he's thinking
you saw
about
me climbing rocks yesterday and all that. And
He's considering it, chat. He's considering it. He's thinking about it.
That climbing, it was some good climbing. My climbing and dungeon night. That's some good climbing.
That is some.
Sean was a furry. He'd be a monkey.
Oh, god damn it.
His first son was a monkey. You heard it here first, folks. Is this Bully Sean Day or something? What the fuck's going on?
This isn't converting me to VTubers.
I mean, I'll let you know the minute they have a monkey VTuber.
I'll
Damn,
send
if I
you some fucking Amelia Watson clips. You'll
Damn, if I just quickly list off like all the animals they have. They have a lion, they have a squirrel, they have a dog, a cat, they have a duck, they have a turkey.
chicken.
No, rain.
Rain.
Well, no, there's also
The Indonesian, one of the Indonesian talents. She's apparently a turkey.
Shuba.
Yeah, she actually collabed with Subaru recently, where she was teaching her, where Rain was teaching Subaru Indonesian. They had her quack in Indonesian. It was funny as shit ever.
This one.
It was just quack, because Subaru says shuba, but she never says quack.
Right.
So she taught her quack. She now knows how to quack. Subaru's leveled up.
Oh no, it's like when fucking Corone it found the bonk.
Yes, Sean, one of the VTubers one of Hololive members learned how to bonk. It's hilarious.
Yeah, she.
When you say bonk, what do you mean? Like,
She
what do
literally
you do?
just goes,
Yes.
bonk, 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 bonk.
So they were like, they told her like, they spelled it out phonetically for her. She was confused as to like what it meant. And she was like, okay, what the hell does that even mean? She looked it up and she's like, wait, is it literally
Hit someone over the head.
She's like, bonk bonk.
So
And
she
starts
has
bonking
this
her
little like characterization of her audience, which is just like a dude, which she physically assaults like every other stream. And so she took a stick and just went bonk, 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 bonk.
instantly learned.
It was the dumbest shit, but like the cutest shit and the funniest shit all at the same time.
She's probably one of the like more funny and bigger ones now too. Who's
Hell, I'd argue she's probably like the. Would you say she's the most popular? I'd say she's the most popular.
yeah, you know what? Honestly, yeah, I'd say so because she
She had 1
does,
million recently.
Hololive English and Japanese. Or Japan.
I just want to
No,
say,
she's
whoever
at like 2 million.
is here listening and whoever listens to this in the future, I am sorry for what y'all been put through for this.
What episode are we on again? We're at episode 39. Oh, I'm the one editing this. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have so much fun with this.
You gotta edit Sean to say, I love VTubers.
Dude, I'll do the bonk thing too. That'll be great.
I don't think I've ever said the second word in this. So I.
What was that, Sean? Can you repeat that? Can you repeat you love VTubers?
What are you talking about, Sean?
Huh?
Coward.
I will not say the second word because I already know I've said the other two. So, all right, perfect. Keep that up and we're good. We're golden.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so we have a dog, cat, lion, turkey, squirrel, shark.
Also a fucking trash panda, but she's independent.
Oh, we're just specifically talking about Hololive because I don't know. What did we mention? We mentioned Hololive. We mentioned VShojo. We've mentioned some independents here and there.
Do not give him that idea. Stop.
What I do? I'm reading chat. I can't read chat. I'm streaming. Fuck.
It says, "Don't worry, just edit it together."
Yeah.
You got it.
I don't think. I want to say I'm good. I have not said the L word, so we're good.
I mean, we haven't even gotten you into it yet, so we'll see. We'll find you something. As they've said, as the phrase has been thrown around, there's someone for everyone in Hololive. There really is. God.
Yeah, it's really a wide, different range of people.
I want to talk about how I fell into this. It was my very first exposure, funny enough, was Sakura Miko, GTA highlights. Sean, are you familiar with the scene where Franklin and Lamar are like coming back from work and they come out.
No.
The yee ass haircut scene.
Yeah.
You get some.
Now, do you remember what Lamar says at the end to Franklin as he's leaving?
Yes,
Now imagine that.
Yeah, I know it.
But Miko just goes, "Fuck you." I think that was the moment where I said to myself, "Damn, I gotta find more of this shit. This shit is hilarious."
There has been one of the VTubers who actually, like, after Lamar says his last line,
They said the N word.
yes. And
She
then
did
she
it
kept
too.
on saying it over and over.
She
and
did it too. That was my very first exposure. And that was the turning point, I think, for me. Because I was just like, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen. Please give me more.
It's like, sold. I'm good. Let's go.
You
Annoying
did.
Orange had a no.
Because I'll admit, I've never been into idols. Like, I will talk about this in a future topic, but like, I'm really into like Hatsune Miku, and even then, like, I don't fall under the fandom that's like, oh yeah, she's a real person, and like, you know, she's actively, you know, making content and stuff. Like, I don't believe in that because that kind of stretches my imagination too far. So I've never been into idols in general. I've never really gotten into it. I've never really understood it. Because mostly just either what it is what they do, or how they're filtered that didn't appeal to me. But when I saw what Hololive was doing, I was just like, I can get into this. I could 100% get into this. They have their lore.
It's Annoying Orange did have a TV show. It was on Cartoon Network, and it had Toby Turner.
Oh god.
Tobuscus.
F's in the chat.
Tobuscus was the only actual person in it.
Just kill me. Just fucking.
So, yeah.
F's in the chat for Tobuscus.
I can't.
That man's whole career gone.
Poor fucking man. Could have happened to a nicer guy too.
Well, I don't know. There's
I don't know.
like shit, bud.
Like, because once again, it's like side tangent, but it's like, we don't have a lot of the facts.
We don't know exactly what happened.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of the facts. We just have the hearsay, so it's like
exactly.
Anytime any of these delicate situations come up, my goal is to like emotionally remove myself at all times and just deal with the objective ruling of higher powers. You know, in the case with the whole, you know, sexual assault, rape, drugging allegations, it's like whatever the courts make of it, that's their final call. That is the verdict. I'll have to deal with it. I didn't keep up with the case. I don't know what happened. All I know is this man now has he's trying to do his best to redeem whatever shambles of a career he has left. And so it's like, I feel bad. I love this content, but at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yep.
You cannot afford my diamond sword.
No.
See? It's definitely touched Sean's life in more ways than one.
Bro, I used to have that shit on repeat, not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
Help me.
Well, anyways,
I didn't have any of his music on repeat. I only watched those like. Oh, we are? What the fuck?
Well, we're just about. We're pretty much about to wrap it up. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, technically we have like 5 minutes.
I didn't even get to talk about the fact that I have like extensive lore, like really great meme moments. Shit.
Well,
how the time flies.
Maybe a part 2 down the road.
Well, I'll be honest, you have not convinced me otherwise.
What? But it's so good. It actually is so good. It's definitely one of the things where it's like looking on the outside in. It's like,
It looks like degenerate shit.
You'd think you won't get into it, but the minute you find that hook.
What'd you say to me?
Especially that shit that Sasha watches. That's some degenerate shit right there.
What do you mean? Why is my shit more degenerate?
Bro, if Callie said she'd step on you, you'd be like, yes, please.
I'm not hearing a no, so
Listen,
yep.
Let's not talk about this. Oh, fucking hell.
Callie, this is your real deadbeat right here.
Oh, God.
Target him, please, so we can bully him out of existence.
Fucking no.
Ina, love your work.
Hilarious.
So-
Oh, dude, the fucking onset like that was my.
The onsen story, that was a good story.
About to wrap up, I suppose.
No, audience.
No.
Next time, we'll have gotten Sean into VTubers, and he'll get to talk about his experiences. I
Yeah,
swear
we'll
on
see.
it. I swear
see.
on it. Well, that will do it
One
for.
with Amelia Watson.
Time that I fapped to what was it, Project Melody on Chatterbait. So yeah, there you go. We'll see about that.
Listen, I don't think we need to go that far. We don't need to get this intimate, Sean.
Well, you're trying to talk about all my experiences. Well, I mean, if
Oh
people talk
God.
about
Okay,
it,
you know what? Fine, you said it on stream. What's going on there? Next time we talk, Sean talks about the time he fapped to Project Melody. You heard it here first, folks.
This
This is happening. Okay, yeah, sure. Why not? Fuck it.
We still haven't done that, and I'm still dreading it.
It's gonna be great. Full on degeneracy, unfiltered. I can't wait.
We were going to talk about for the Dark Roast or not. What was that going to be?
Well, the first one we were going to talk about was just anime titties.
Oh.
Yeah, I think. Well, I thought it was gonna be a vote, like a one of those
was
like
hoping
we had
to
with
watch.
dub versus sub. I thought that's what we were doing, wasn't it?
We were doing a titty
Sub
verse
versus
off.
sub?
I vaguely remember a titty verse off where we were gonna like each put our picks for like who was our favorite girl and like why.
Yeah, I think you might. I don't remember.
So we're talking. So basically, what you're saying is talk about like waifus and shit, like, or just in general.
Yeah,
that's
but we're
what-
gonna go into like extreme detail, so that's why it has to be a dark roast. Probably talking about your
GM, in the
we'll
future,
throw in some of our favorite dojins of our characters too. Why not?
Oh shit!
I don't want homework.
The degeneracy.
I don't want that kind of homework.
That's like your only complaint. Why would it even be homework? If it's your favorite dojin, you'll remember it. Am I wrong?
I'm sorry. Do you just have shit like that on the Reddit?
Maybe. Who knows? We'll save it for the dark roast.
I'm sorry, Arby.
Okay, we're going too far. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been
Oh.
the Caffeinated Weebs
Yeah,
podcast
I think
for
I
tonight.
needed
However, before we go, I must ask, Sean,
Yes.
if they want to see well-edited versions of these live podcasts, where can they find them?
You can find them on YouTube at Caffeinated Weebs, and that would be every other week whenever Psycho does the editing, because whenever I do it, it is not extremely edited.
I'll teach them the methods. Don't worry, we'll get them on board. I think mostly it's just how much time you're willing to sink into it, really. So I don't know. We'll see. Sasha, where can they at us?
You guys can find us on Twitter at Weebs Podcast.
Very good.
You heard
For
me say?
myself, you can find us at r/Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. What? That was right?
You can also follow us on the Discord.
Might be our Caffeinated Weebs. Fuck.
r/Caffeinated Weebs, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can find us at r/Caffeinated Weebs. We post regular updates on when the YouTube channel gets updated, but myself, I've been posting a few memes here and there, particularly of this boy to my right. So if you're interested, if you want to respond to any questions or have any questions yourself, you can definitely post them there. We'll definitely check them out and see what you have to say.
And there is a Discord, which you can find a link to the Discord on the Reddit and as well as on the Twitch.
Are we planning to upload, start putting those on YouTube too?
Yeah, that I mean,
Yeah, I definitely should add that link to it. For
Okay.
Sure. I've been slacking on that.
I do not have the long list. So, Sean, where can they find us if they want to hear us in audio format?
Well, you can listen on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify, as well as many others. Just look up Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. We are...
Oh, you want to tell them about the special live messages, too?
Yeah, so if you actually listen on Anchor, you can actually drop a little voice message to us, and we can respond to it live and, reply before the episode or whatnot. But let me see, what episode are we on? We have episode 36 live, and this next week we'll have 37 live. That's every Wednesday around noon.
Noon CST?
Yes.
There we go. So yeah, I think that covers everything, right?
Yeah, we just need to do our links and everything.
So I have been Psychometry with 3 Ys. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
I've been Shawnee095, Twitch and Twitter, same handle.
And I am Sasha Streams. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Sasha Streams.
Army, if you want to, you can try to apply. We'll see what happens. No guarantee.
Hey, we can bring him on as a guest to see how that works out. We are thinking about doing guests. And hopefully we'll get to see all of you lovely viewers again next week when we get to review King's Game. But for now...
Extremely edgy.
But for now, that has been the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. Bye now.
I have to say your part where I say, keep watching anime titties.
Well...
God damn it.
Do all your bits. And then I'll do the outro. Just do all your bits.
What do you mean?
I don't know, say your goodbyes.
Wait, is this the end?
What the fuck's happening, guys?
I'm so confused.
We've been the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. Keep watching anime titties. Bye.
Bye.
Click the screen, click the screen, click the screen.